I saw this. Oh shit, we're live.
Sure are. What is going on, beautiful people? You are watching the RuPaul's Drag Race review, season 15, episode 12. I am your host and moderator today, Eric DeMonte, with my two amazing co-facilitators, Derek and Lawrence.
They
Hello.
better widen up the doorways and reinforce the runway, honey. The big
Okay.
D is here.
Good. I'm loving the energy, you guys. Happy Saturday.
Happy
Saturday.
Saturday.
New day, new time. A brand new year, a brand new day and time, huh?
Okay. Look, trying some new things. We're back to 90 minutes. We're on Saturdays. Everything's up for grabs. So, let's hop right on in. We are going to be reviewing season 15, episode 12, and this episode is all about Wig Loose. We finally get a musical. Are you guys excited?
No, I want Marsha.
I was excited because I live in the real world and I know that Marsha is gone.
And you know that Marsha. Damn. Drag Marsha and Lawrence.
That wasn't a drag to me.
That was.
Just to be very clear.
That was.
No, it wasn't. You stumbled all over your read. Like, it
And
didn't
you
even
know what?
count. Just
And
keep
you know
moving
what?
on, Eric.
And you know
Like, I
what?
don't
It's
even
more
try.
coming. It's
You've
more
been stumbling since
because
you got on this
Dalmatians have
platform.
spoken.
Like, just
The Dalmatians have spoken, and you're done. You're done. You're done.
So following Marsha's elimination, Anitra was proud to have shown once again how strong of a performer she is, but had her sights set on earning a second Maxi Challenge win of her own. At this point, Selena as Titties was concerned that she was the only queen left without a challenge win to her name, but she knew the focus should be on advancing to the next week with or without a win. How do you guys feel about Selena's how do you feel about Selena's position in the competition at this point?
She's on the chopping block.
The pork chop? Lawrence, how do you feel about Selena's position at this point? Is it like a lost cause? Should she just go home? Should she keep fighting?
No, she definitely shouldn't keep fighting. I'm not sure that she entered the fight to begin with. I think it was a little delusional for her to like say, by a little, I mean like a lot. For her to say like it was about time that Marsha went home. I'm like, sweetie, you've been in the bottom 3 times.
Yeah.
Are you like? Back. Is there any self-reflection here? Like, are you kidding?
Marsha's placed high. In the bottom that much?
She was only in the bottom 1. That was her first time in the bottom.
Oh shit!
And she went home.
Yeah.
On what was arguably supposed to be the double Shantae of the season. So I'm like, Selena, what are you talking about exactly? Like, I don't get it. But
yeah, she really jumped out the window with that one. She really jumped out the window with that one. But you know, the girls will be the girls. So the next morning, Rue joined the queens in the workroom to present the details of this week's Maxi Challenge. Set in the 80s in a small fictional town where drag has been outlawed, Wig Loose was the new musical that the queens would perform to show off their singing, dancing, and acting talents. Instead of assigning roles to the queens, Rue gave them the authority to choose among themselves, and right away, Mistress Isabel Brooks asked to play preacher teacher, and no one contested, so she got that role. Everyone agreed that Anitra could play Mama Bacon and Sasha Kobe could play Carl. Both Lucy and Lux wanted the lead role of Heaven Bacon, which I love that name, leaving Selena comfortable with her first choice of Christian. Lucy and Lux went back and forth, insisting that they're the better fit for the role of Heaven, but Mistress jumped in to mediate. While Lucy was saying that she connects to Heaven the most, Mistress and Lux wanted Lucy to admit that she actually just wants the lead role because realistically, she's more like the role of Tuck. How did you guys feel about this? Because when I was watching this, I was like, yo, they are getting in Lucy's ass this season.
Oh my God. Yes. I honestly think that this part has to be fake in a way, because just seeing how the musical worked out eventually, it seemed like everybody got the part that was meant for them. But it was kind of crazy just seeing Lucy. I think Lucy's handling it very well, but they are trying it. They are trying her. Like, this might have been the only time that I've really looked at Mistress like, okay, like, you're doing too much.
I agree 100%, Derek. It just came off like bitchy. It wasn't charismatic at all. It was just kind of like, okay, so the camera is on and now you feel like this is the character I've been all season, so now I need to like kind of start. I'm I'm sorry, but there's really no difference between Lux and Lucy. There's really not. Their track records are not that different from each other. Lux might be doing slightly better in terms of track record, but not like astronomically better. They both have inflated egos. They both live in their own perpetual world. But you don't go after Lux like that. You like go after Lucy. And it's not the producers that are trying to break Lucy. I'm like, this is coming from you. So now I'm starting to like question her character. I'm like, when do you like just kind of like say like, okay, enough is enough? Who wouldn't want the lead role? Who's not gonna vie for that? Like, are you serious? Like, it was very weird. Like, what did you want her to be? Like a cafeteria lady? Like, bitch, fuck you. That's why your Instagram got canceled 3 fucking times.
You know, I mean, I don't justify the online bullying that Mistress was dealing with, but I do agree with you guys' point. In regards to, it did seem a little heavy on Lucy's end, and I was like, oh, like it does make for great TV, but at the same time, I'm like, human to human, this is a little rough.
No, it's just bitchy. That wasn't great TV, especially when you're the only one that's always doing it. If there was somebody else and it was like a pass around hot potato and they like kind of chimed in or something, like let's say it was Sasha. We've never seen Sasha really kind of come out of character like that the entire season. That would kind of be like oh my God, so what's kind of happening? But the fact that it's always Mistress is becoming like
Yeah, and you know what? I'm honestly thinking just send her straight to All Stars just based off principle because she's giving. Honestly, it is good TV in my opinion. It's good TV, but I feel like I don't know. It's almost reminding me of the Camden, and it's always a gate, some type of gate. The Camden and Bosco situation. I think they really tried to bring that again, trying to get that Emmy. Right. So, and I think this was their opportunity to try to amp up the drama throughout the season because it hasn't been too much of it.
Okay.
Things like this is the reason why queens like Mistress don't win by like the end. This is kind of like why Ginger Minch didn't win season 7 is because like she was kind of acting like the old bitch, like kind of like the whole time, and she was like kind of hiding it behind like humor. And I'm like, after a while, this is not funny anymore. Over the course of the season, we expect to see like character development, growth, like all of those different types of things. And Mistress is not like showing that. And it's weird because
she's had moments.
No, she had the one moment where she spoke about like her mom, and even rooted in that, she was just kind of like, "Well, fuck that bitch." She didn't say those words, but it didn't necessarily end the way like, "Oh, I just wish that I had my mom." It was just kind of like, "You don't want to help me, like fuck you too." Like, it just kind of seems like expendable or like disposable. Like you've been praised for doing really great drag, which she does do really great drag, but I'm like, you can relax like just calm down a bit. Yeah. Like Lux, at least when she's kind of bitchy, it's more so like an inner thing where it's like my ego is just super inflated, but she's not like clawing anyone's eyes out. And I'm like, why does Mistress feel the need to do stuff like that? Maybe she's insecure that she really kind of should have been in the bottom 2 weeks prior. I don't know, but whatever.
And then I don't necessarily think that Lucy is a liar. I haven't seen her be a liar. So the narrative that Mistress tried to set for the audience was that there goes Lucy lying again. And it's like, well, we never got that.
About what? Yeah.
At least I never got that. I did give a little privilege entitled a little bit. No, but I honestly think, and I'll tell her at DragCon, I thought you handled this shit really well.
Ciao, bye.
And she will appreciate you and maybe try and fuck. Lucy took offense to the accusation that she's lying about her reasons for wanting Heaven. So when Lucy flared up, Lux decided that she'd concede Heaven to Lucy. From there, Lux asked Selena if she can do Christian and if Selena will do Tuck, and they agreed. So, you know, I mean, I want to say shout outs to the maturity of Lux for just being like, girl, I don't care. I can do this. It was slight shade, though, when she was like, I know I can shine in any role, so I'm not hard pressed. You can just take this. But, you know, at the end of the day, she didn't have to give it up. She could have kept, you know, Bosco and Camdening it out. But, you know. So, to further prepare for their performances, Rue returned to the workroom later to check in with each of the queens. I love when Rue does these individual walkthroughs with them and, like, really sits and gets to know them. I don't know how you guys feel about this. I feel like we don't get it as often anymore. Maybe because they cut the episodes down 30 minutes, but like, yeah. How'd you guys feel about the moment with Ru and the Queens individually?
I loved it. There was actually a moment with Selena that actually really spoke to me personally. Like, I feel like I needed that message. Like, when someone's in their head about not quite sure about where they're, like, something about their life or who they are. And they just keep making up things in their head. And it's like, okay, can we just breathe? It's not true. You're making this up. Like, you're in your head. Like, let's just relax. And sometimes I need that because I can get pretty anxious and all over the place in my head. So that was really special to me. I loved the humor with her, with Rupaul and Sasha Kobe. I thought that was pretty good. But other than that, nothing's really sticking. Oh, Anitra is the third queen to ever receive the words, "Oh, you were born for drag." That is what Christopher Sachi and Georges before Anitra. And we'll see how it turns out.
Iconic. But that might be, well, no, I can't say foreshadowing because Christopher Sachi won, but Georges didn't. So, maybe it's just a comment.
Well, Georges was robbed.
Everything's open for interpretation. Lawrence, how did you feel about the walkthrough?
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
Mm-mm.
So
the sappy crying and all that kind of shit. I don't really like stuff like that. Yeah, I don't care about stuff like that. Like, for real.
I did think it was really sweet that Anitra, this miscongeniality edit that's going on here, I do love that we are able to see Anitra connect more. I feel like it was a slow burn, but her storyline is starting to make sense now. Because before I was just like, what's going on with Anitra in production? Like, we have moments where she's important, then moments where we forget she's in the season altogether. But I feel like she's definitely a top four contender at this point.
Don't do my man. Definitely top 2. But okay.
Is Anitra is she getting cut like a lot of slack?
In regards to overall performance?
Just really everything.
I don't think that she's getting cut a lot of slack. I don't think she's getting cut a lot of slack. I think she's getting a very good. I think the producers in the moment, like before editing a lot of shit, before like the present time, I think that she's getting a lot. They love her. They love. She looks to be easy to work with, quiet, does what she's supposed to do, shows up, and she gives sickening lip syncs and talent. I just think that production really likes her. And I think that production kind of has an eye on queens, like who they like and who they want. Like, they're thinking of it as like, this is a business, this is a TV show. Even though she's not contributing that much, but she is giving excitement. Like, she's been really good to see in her element. So I'm thinking they're like, look at the last week's lip sync, right? Like, they lived for stuff like that, right? And have people talking. So I think that she's been really good for TV in that sense when she's in her element. So
valid. Lawrence, where do you feel like she is getting cut slack? Like, in regards to
I look at Anitra as being kind of like a parallel to Georges. Like, they're very, very similar to me. And I, being one of the same people that gave Georges hell last season, I don't understand, like, kind of like how Anitra is not kind of getting like that same deal, right? Because Georges was a fierce lip syncer, like, she performed, like, that's when she like came alive, like, that's when people like really loved her. Her aesthetic was hit or miss, a lot like Anitra's, right? Like, it's not consistent, but it's serviceable. It's never like super horrible or anything like that, but it's like meh. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, it's okay, continue. We'll talk about it like at the end.
I will say, in regards to your point, because I do think there's some validity in there. I think where her and Georges differ is that she does well in more of the challenges than Georges did. I think Georges was just performance and decent, like, fairly. It was a nice aesthetic, but like performance wise, in terms of getting the challenges done, not.
I agree with you, Eric. I think
she makes that
the
work.
challenges she's doing better than George's, and their confidence is there in the challenge. I think even when George's was on her way out last season, it's almost like she was giving up. She was giving up like even before that, like maybe the episode before she got eliminated. And Anitra is not, not. So
Anitra's a fighter, headache and all. Later, the queens hit the main stage to learn choreo with Miguel Zarate, and he told them that he's looking for energy, personality, and their ability to sell their character, and the rules are cool even if they're not trained dancers. Lucy was excited for the challenge as an opportunity to show the other girls her talents on stage, but when she was learning her choreo, the impression was that she was too studied and not fluently moving. And my interpretation of Lucy's dancing was it was white. It was just really white. It was really white. Sasha said it best. It was just stiff and robotic. But like, I don't know. I really want to know what production cut out because by the time we hit the main stage for the Maxi Challenge, everything looked. So I really want to know how much time the girls have to learn this stuff, and then like what is taken out of the overall edit. You know what I'm saying? Was there any standouts in the
Lucy did fine. She did fine. She did fine. They were setting her up this entire time to be in the bottom. Sorry, you guys, foreshadowing, spoiler alert, whatever. They were setting her up this entire time. She's getting critiqued on things that she's been doing consistently that she's never been critiqued on before. Like now, all of a sudden, she's too stiff.
She hasn't had to dance too often, though. She hasn't had to dance too often.
No, but I just mean like in terms of like performance and stuff like that, she was doing the moves.
Yeah.
She was doing the moves, but she's not a dancer. So if I'm judging you against yourself, you're telling me that she's not doing well? She wasn't fumbling. They didn't have like the little sound effects in the background or what. She literally was doing fine. So I'm like, for the choreographer to kind of like stop and say like, you know, like it's not flowing or like you're too stiff. Well, you're used to bending and breaking your bones in all sorts of places. I'm not used to doing that. I'm a construction worker. I don't do this. The fact that you're even getting this much out of me, you need to shut the fuck up and say thank you for making my shit look good. That's what you need to be saying. Because Lucy did not look bad. And I'm just like, what are we watching here? Like, oh, you're too stiff, you're too this. Then when we get to like the workroom when they were doing the walkthroughs with Rupaul, and she's telling Selena, just breathe, just breathe. You know how many walkthroughs RuPaul has done? And had the way that RuPaul kind of said just breathe was just kind of like, I'm tired of kind of dealing with your anxiety. That's how it came across to me. And there's so many more queens that have been like on a higher level of anxiety than Selena has and never got that critique. It's always been like, you got it, kiddo. Like, what? I just don't understand that. I don't get that. I really don't. It's just weird.
Do you think there's validity to this, the statements that Latinx queens get the short end of the stick on Drag Race?
No. Look at George's.
That is true.
They pushed her all the way to the forefront. Like, I was surprised to see George's get that far. I really was.
But have we had, aside from Bianca, which I often forget, have we had a Latinx winner?
No, we haven't. Just Bianca.
Yeah.
No, just Bianca.
I don't know. Also, I wanted to talk about Mistress in the rehearsal with Miguel. Being kind of reluctant to do the choreo and being a bit sassy. How did you guys interpret it?
I'll just say I hate the choreography part. That's usually my time to go to the restroom.
I feel that.
I hate that part. I thought she was being sassy. I think she was just speaking. It do take nerve. I mean, if she was just speaking about, she was just talking like, look, we're not about to do this. And this is what we're going to do. And when you're going to do it, and what we're going to do, we're not going to do that. And I live. Good TV. But, I mean, she turned it out in the end. Just do what makes you comfortable. Because they'll try and push you. And then you'll fuck up or forget or be way in over your head. and it wouldn't work out. But I think this is what makes Mistress stand out. I think what also makes Mistress stand out is telling Lux that she has a fucking tag on her jacket. That shit was comedy. That was hilarious. That is the stuff I live for. All that other stuff, it was like,
yeah. I don't think, yeah. And I love that she did it during the rehearsal. I was like, Mistress,
like really?
Yeah. In a way. Lawrence, you had a lot to say about Mistress earlier. How did you feel about her during rehearsal?
She's not going to win the season.
But I think we all understood that. I have hopes, but she's not.
It would have been
fierce. Mistress win this season.
It would have been. It would be fierce. Like, when does? Who did I hear say that? When does the villain ever win? I don't know who said that. I think somebody said that. But anyway, that would have been fierce. And she's good at fucking drag. She's so good at drag.
Are all of like the fat girls on Drag Race? Are they always the villains?
No.
The only one that I could think about is Latrice Royale. That wasn't the villain. That's the only one. The only one. And maybe Victoria Stone.
Categorize Eureka as the villain.
Who?
What? Season 10. That's why she didn't win. The fan base hated her.
What did you say, Eric?
Eureka.
Oh.
The fan base hated her. That's the reason why Eureka didn't win. If you ask anybody about that final lip sync between her and Aquaria, everyone says that Eureka actually did better.
Eureka,
like when they saw it like live. And I personally think that Eureka should have won that season, to be very honest. But she couldn't, because she was fighting with the Vixen. She was fighting with, like, she was seen as being like an antagonist. So she couldn't win the season, despite the fact that like her track record actually did rival Aquaria's. And especially for being a larger girl, she was keeping up in every department. She was funny. Her runways were always super duper on point. Like, she was campy. Like, Eureka was a well-rounded queen. But she couldn't win. Mistress is kind of getting the same thing here. Like, you're great for TV, but honey, that's it. You have one win after 13 episodes, despite actually being a well-seasoned, or what we're seeing, a well-seasoned queen. That's a bit of an issue. And to insert all of her bitchy moments into the season, that's not good. Because what you're really kind of doing is setting her up to be hated. And it's already been prevalent because you got your Instagram deleted 3 times.
You are on it today. Okay, so now it's Elimination Day. And while the girls got ready for the show, they discussed the current state of affairs with the protesting and laws against drag performers sharing their art form at bars and family-friendly events. They explained that the backlash is hard because on one hand, they want to be out and proud about their lives, but out of a sense of safety, they know that they have to sometimes minimize their identity in certain environments. I thought that this was a very timely conversation for the show, and probably one of the most authentic conversations that they've had on Drag Race. Especially seeing like the conversations as of late in regards to like, you know, drag bars. What states is it? Is it Tennessee? Or Texas?
Tennessee?
Yeah, it's very south, very southern states. I'm not quite sure which ones.
Yeah, I feel like now more than ever, there's a hyper focus on the drag community, the trans community, like, you know, Zaya's in headlines every week. And so I thought that this was really timely, especially because it wasn't filmed today, but a year ago. So I was like, wow. How did you guys feel about the conversation?
I love the conversation. I agree with what you said. I feel like this being, I don't know, especially like, I know we're going to get to the Rusical, but even that had important conversations in it as well. So I think this was a really great lead up. Yeah, and Sasha Kobe had said something about pushing the agenda, and I'm like, okay, like it makes sense. Like, you're asking us not to push our agenda or this agenda that you think that we're pushing, but look what you're trying to do. You know, I thought that was a really good vantage point. But,
the heteronormative agenda has been a thing since the start of media and entertainment. So it was a very valid point. Okay, let's take it to the runway. So, as we discussed, they're performing Wig Loose, and what did you guys think about the performance? Lawrence, because I know you didn't care about anything else.
That's not true. I totally did. This was actually a really, really good musical. Definitely my top 3. I enjoyed everyone. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but I actually enjoyed every single performance that I saw. Although what I will say is the one person I low-key forgot about was Anitra. And I feel like I've forgotten about Anitra this entire season almost. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, but well, besides last week and that iconic lip sync, like that's never to be forgotten. But if it's not something where she's high energy or something, I just feel like it's like, you know, I don't know, like I don't know. I just kind of like forgot about her. I think Selena, she did like a really good job as well. Lux was funny. The fucking gay fan, that just had me on the fucking floor. Mistress also did a really good job. I'm like, why did this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, you showed her like, and maybe it's to show like a progression or like a growth, but you showed her effing up so bad in the rehearsal, and then she murdered it on the stage. And I'm like, well, they had to have had a lot of time to rehearse because she looked frightened, like a scared bird, like on stage. And then all of a sudden, like you're in drag and like but it could also be one of those things where it's like people not only physically transform when they're in drag, but they assume like a whole new like persona. Like that's like the inner person that's like coming out. So that could have been the case for Mistress. But I think that she did a really excellent job. And Lucy, as I expected, killed her performance. Like that's why I was just like, I don't really understand why it's oh well, you just want this because you want it to be like in the no, because I know what I'm capable of doing. And it's so funny that Lucy never actually said that explicitly, and Lux did, and nobody went after Lux. They just kind of let her say it, and it's like, oh, Lux being Lux. But I'm over here saying that I want like I don't know. The whole thing was just like really weird editing. Wrapping up, everyone did like a really, really good job. I thoroughly enjoyed this musical. It was very good. It was very on point. Like it was good. Really good showing.
No weak links and great writing. So shout outs to the writing team on this one. This was very intentional. Derek, what did you think?
I thought that this was a really good musical. It started off a little for me. I do, and then just coming off of like last season's musical, I thought that was a really great fucking musical last season.
That was an amazing,
Moulin Rouge was really good, so I thought this would amp it up. I don't think it was on Moulin Rouge level necessarily, but yeah, this was really good. I'll just go through the queens. I thought Lux did a really good job. It's just the confidence. I just love Lux's confidence. Like all season, like for her to be so young and just have so much confidence, so much charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and just be so sure of herself. That is such a beautiful thing because it is so easy to get wrapped into, especially with social media. It's just so easy to get wrapped up into everything negative about yourself or everything that you aren't or that you could be. And she's just so sure of herself and so confident. And I know there was a vulnerable moment that she had in I think Untucked a couple of episodes ago. But it's just been I light up every time I see her come on that stage. Like I think
she's a star, baby.
She is a star. Did she do like a Madonna type of thing on when she came out on?
Yeah.
I was like,
Madonna Summer.
She owns it. So I thought she did really good. Mistress, she definitely nailed it. I thought the beginning was kind of slow for me, but throughout the musical, I thought she pretty much nailed it. Was it Preacher Teacher? I thought she was phenomenal as that. Sasha, Carl was hot. I'm not gonna lie. Before Ru even said that Sasha as Carl was hot, I was like, he's kind of cute. He's cute. So I love that. Good for Sasha. She didn't have really that much of a part, but I remembered her enough. Anitra, I'll save Anitra. Selena was the one for me who faded into the background. It really could have been. Spoiler alert! It was her night, but yeah, it really wasn't much for me. She didn't do much for me in the musical. And so, who was it? Anitra. Let me say Lucy first. For me, Lucy could have won this challenge, but dear God, do not give her another win. Do not give her another win because it would have went to her head and she just would have, oh my God. But honestly, Lucy was the standout. Yeah. She was the standout. And I don't even understand what was the point of them arguing about it earlier in the episode when this part was made for Lucy. I don't see Lux doing that. Lucy was just great. Just 10s across the board. Boy drag. It was phenomenal. She really ate it up. And I don't agree with Michelle. Like Michelle said that she lost Lucy when she was out of boy drag. I feel like it was a little bit more toned down, but she didn't have that many like lines or songs by that point. So I mean, Rose who? Like literally Lucy was the one for me. She honestly.
Let's not do that to Rose because she was singing.
Oh, you know what? Rose ate it up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, hold up. That bitch was it. That bitch was
the girls had to use their actual vocal cords.
Yes, okay, yeah, she ate that up. Sorry, I tried her. Anitra, lastly, I love Anitra. I think that she was good. But I started to notice the edit she was getting. So I saw the faces of the judges while she was singing, when she was lip syncing the ballad. They all started smiling. And I was like, okay, I think I'm happy because I want Anitra to get another win. But I'm like, they're setting this up. They're setting this up for her to get this win, to make it make sense maybe in the end. But I was like, okay, she's not doing as good as Lucy. To be honest.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. I mean, she definitely delivered. She definitely, there were no weaklings. I don't want to discredit any of them at all. But like, Lucy and Mistress carried the show on their backs with some support from Lux. You know, like, everyone did what needed to be done. But those two, they were the girls. I don't know where the decision came from in the end. I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, there's a lot of inconsistency with the critiques across the board. So, I don't know. Drag Race is doing its own thing, and we keep tuning in, so I guess we're complicit.
I hate that.
Come on, kids.
So, are you guys ready for the runway?
I guess.
Category is Everybody Say Glove. At first, when I was listening to it, I heard everybody say love, and then I started seeing the looks. I was like, what the fuck is any of this? This is all a chop. And then I went back, and I was like, oh, glove. Got it.
Still a chop, but let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into these looks. First up, we have, let's start with Lucy LaZuka. Lawrence?
Oh my God. I don't like this. I just don't like this.
There was blockage.
Basically. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why did she do this? It's a boot. I just don't like this.
She designed it from head to toe.
I know.
She did what?
Next time, have somebody else do it then.
She did what?
Why?
She designed
it from head to toe.
Oh.
Well, head to crop.
Head to what? Head to what?
Okay.
I'm like, was this like that's the best you got? Like, this was supposed to like wow the judges or wow the audience. Like, that's the best you got? I was like, oh man, I understand budgeting, but pick up a couple more shifts at the construction zone or something. Like, what is this? It's a boot. I couldn't stand looking at this, and I hated even seeing her try and sell it to us. It just felt like a snake oil salesman.
Oh my goodness. I don't think that there was anything. There was nothing great about it. I love the color. I love the green. It's just like it's nothing that we haven't seen before. I feel like after season 6, well, y'all know how I feel about a bathing suit slash leotard. Like for the most part, it's not gonna be wowing unless like there's something extra going on with it. It wasn't bad, but Lucy never has anything really bad on the runway. It's just not extraordinary. But I agree with you completely, Lawrence. The wet glove is not enough. She says she designed it from head to toe. It only goes to her crotch. And then also, I think maybe more of like more of like a swampier shoe. Maybe carry that web aesthetic so you can be like that swamp thing. Have like vines and stuff. Maybe like a vine design boot that webs out at the feet, but it's still a heel. Like play with something. And I think not to jump ahead, but when the girls were critiquing each other, it's like that extra thought, I think, is what Lucy misses a lot of times. Derek, what did you think?
I did not like this look at all. I tried to like it. I did. I tried to like it because I was like, okay, her makeup looks good. I'm talking about her lips. Her makeup looks good. The hair. I just feel like she really is a polished queen at heart. But I did not like.
Not at heart.
No, and actually, excuse me, in real life, like she really is a polished queen.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like this at all. And my favorite color is green, and I just don't like the idea of her being a frog. Is it like a frog type of thing? I don't like it.
You know what's interesting to me though is that like she would choose this hair and makeup that's like semi-glamorous. But then from down here it's supposed to be swampy and grungy. I'm like, why wouldn't you marry both of those?
I don't think
it didn't make sense to me.
I don't think Lucy is comfortable with playing with makeup in terms of like her face. The natural face that she does is always very pretty, but like even last week in the Rip Her to Shreds runway, that makeup was just like caked on powder, and then like
that was ugly.
It was black.
She was comfortable walking around the corner looking like that, so I don't know if we could say that.
You know,
at this point,
I'm saying like there are some queens that are just really good with playing with their makeup and making it look like art. I don't think Lucy is good with like making it. She's not good with like character faces.
Oh.
I don't think. I don't know. But I'm gonna move on because I feel like we've been on her for a second. Next up, we have Anitra. Derek, tell us about your girl / boyfriend.
Okay. So this made me revisit Lucy because it's like I'm booting Lucy, but you know I love Anitra. I don't care. It's you. But this is at its core, it's the same shit we've been seeing. Like
it's a bra and a panty. It's actually worse than what we've seen from her.
I feel like every week I feel like I just want more. I want more, and I can't keep saying this every week and then want this to be my winner, especially if I want like fashion from my winner of this season's Drag Race. Off the strength and the principle for like the 100th time, I'm going to baby toot it because I love her. And I do like
Derek. That's really that is really annoying to do that. That's really annoying. She's wearing.
It's my opinion.
She's wearing a bra and a panty. Why is your winner wearing a bra and a panty?
So when you have your turn, you read her. Right now, what I'm saying is, I love this blue on her. I think she does look good. Definitely. I acknowledge that every week it's the same shit. I want to see more. That's it. I'm going to baby toot it because I think she does look good. And she does look better than Lucy, in my opinion. But, you know, I don't know her circumstances. I don't know all of the queen's circumstances. Whatever. She got on gloves. That was she checked that off. It's nothing new. It's nothing innovative. It's whatever. But she looks great. So I'm giving her a baby toot. And that's it.
Lawrence, go
He's
ahead.
a liar. He's a liar. It's a boot. That's really just what it is. It's a bra and a panty. It's a bra and a panty. It's
And a
episode
mesh
12 and she
catsuit?
came out and was that her best catsuit? I thought the green one was.
No, I said mesh, not best.
Oh, that's like even worse, right? Like every week you want more and more, and she takes off less and less clothes. It's weird. It's the same hair in a different color. It's the same look on her face. She's not even smiling. She's just like looking like she's gonna kick somebody's ass. Like, bitch, smile.
I said
What's
that
wrong
her
with you?
aesthetic was Street Fighter. Street Fighter aesthetic. I swear. I said that like episode 1/2, 3.
I mean, it just comes off very, very sad to me. And I don't want my winner to be sad. That's kind of just why I'm not voting for her. Like, she hasn't been doing the best. She looks really sad. Like everything just looks like the weight of the world is like on her shoulders. I'm sorry, my dear, but it's just not your time. Like, just go. Just go. Like, if you're not happy here or like there's just something else going on, just leave. Because if this is what we're gonna get like every week, it's just gonna boot, 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 boot. Can you just imagine? Do you remember when Miss Cracker was in the finale and she changed out of what she was wearing and she put on a green coned leotard?
This is the second time you referenced that lip sync.
I hate what she did.
She had
It
a
was
reveal.
offensive. And then you had like Shay, who actually tried. Like, how dare you? Like, what is this?
But you know what? I actually
Oh
wish
my
that the
God.
judges. I do wish that the judges would have. I mean, we're at the end of the season now, pretty much. I really wish they would call her out and make. I'm sorry if I have missed it, but I really wish that they would call Anitra out because I remember like vividly Michelle. Well, really Michelle calling people like, "This is bra and panty. This is leotard. This is a catsuit." You know, and I'm just not trying. Like, I think I understand why. I think they are, but they're not airing it, and that makes me think. Okay, they're going to definitely push her to the finale, and she's going to be something, right? And it's just not like it's not sickening. It's not. It's never been sickening. It's never been sickening. But I really wish they would call her out because that will only be fair. It will only be fair because we are all thinking it.
And she has a great sense of style. I've understood that once she made that gown. I'm like, oh, you do have really good style, especially if you can make this stuff. But I don't know what happened that she just thought to do this whole catsuit aesthetic because that's what we've been getting majority of the season. But she clearly has a taste level. I don't know what happened when she was packing, and she never looks. No, that's a lie because that tie dye unforgivable. But for the most part, she never looks bad. It's just not enough, and it's not extraordinary, you know, kind of like Lucy to a degree. I thought she looked hot, but it's just not pushing the envelope and it's not showing any growth. So it's like, yeah, I want to toot for it being polished for what it is, but boot in terms of creativity. It's just like it needs to be a next step. There has to be.
You know why it's also a boot too? Is because in this very episode, RuPaul said that she was like made to do drag. And I'm like, if this is it, then you could have kept that compliment for somebody else that's actually killing it. She's not killing it. So like, tell me how, like, she has yet to like put her hair up. It's been the same. It's just the same thing every week, every single week. And it
a half up, half down last week.
We saw her in a bob with the crystallized spine. I thought that
bob was nasty, especially with that dress. It was bad.
I thought it was a different.
I didn't like that.
It was different for her. I'm giving it to her because that was different. That was different. That was different than what she's been doing this whole season. I honestly
silky nutmeg ganache wig on her head, like something that's gonna touch.
Oh my god!
No, I'm serious.
Curious?
She's a big silky nutmeg ganache.
I know. You know how they were sharing that one wig?
No way.
Were?
That big blonde one that Akira had, and remember they had put it on everyone's they photoshopped it on everyone's head in a photo shoot.
I vaguely remember that.
I'll send it after this. But yeah, go ahead, Lawrence.
I just want to see her do drag. Like we're on episode 12 and she's not doing drag.
Yeah, well, you know, let's see what episode 13 holds. So next up we have Sasha Kobe. I'll start. I love the concept of this, and I love the material. I will say I wanted to see it done differently. I thought it was cute, but like, I don't know, something about maybe it's this season specifically, but like seeing two-piece sets, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like I don't want to see that in gown form because I feel like that would look nasty. But something else. She looks great, but I want to see how else that could have been done because it doesn't look like enough to me. But conceptually, it's sickening. If that makes sense, it makes sense to me.
I'll go. I think this is cute. I think this is really cute. I really love the detail on this. Baseball gloves, right? Yeah. I wish that the boots were a different color.
Why? They match one of the two.
They sort of do match. I just feel like they're a little bit light. They're like they just. I feel like the perfect. They're almost perfect. They are literally almost perfect. Or it could be the lighting on the stage too. But I think she looks damn good.
Rumor has it she borrowed those boots from Monet Exchange from the Crown runway in All Star 7.
Really?
Oh,
no.
I hope not.
But remember the boot that she wore with that tracksuit?
Oh, I hated that tracksuit. I hated that shit. Oh,
she had a Timberland boot on.
I could not stand that shit. I don't think it was this high though. But I will wear this. I will honestly wear this right now. Right now.
Don't change.
Episode 13. But yeah, that was hot. It's a very I'm holding out on my shoot. So, but this was a very, very, very strong toot.
Definitely a toot. Lawrence?
It's a toot. I wish that it was just like more camped up. Like maybe if she had like a crown of like baseballs on her head or something, or if she came out with a bat or something like that. Like just some campy element. We already know that Sasha is like the body, the face, the walk, the talk. Great. What else? Like, what else?
What else do you want to see?
Some type of camp factor. Like because camp to me, like that plays into drag. Every drag queen has to know like a little bit of like campiness. That's when I like really like had like a glimmer of Anitra last week in that lip sync when she did like the little screen. Like that like just touched me. I was like, okay, yes. It's not a duck walk. It's like she's engaging with the song like in a meaningful way. It's funny, it's different, like it's vibrant, like to me. And Sasha's already known as kind of like the pretty one that can do like fashion. We know that. But now what else? Like what else can you add to this to like kind of add like a drag element as opposed to it look like it's off the runway? I know the idea is to make it look like it's off the runway, or to make it so well constructed, which it absolutely is, which is why it's a two. It's like very well constructed. But it would just be really nice to see like how like when Mistress had did Destiny's Child, she could have just did Beyonce's green dress and it still would have been a strong toot. But you added like the camp of and that's what we love is that she's remembering she's a drag queen first. I need that from Sasha as well.
Valid. Next up we have Lux'S Noir London. Lawrence, kick us off.
I love Lux'S Noir London, aka Kelly Rowland here. I think she looks great. As far as the prompt goes,
everybody take love.
Yeah, she tried it.
Do you feel like because the fingers weren't covered, it was unfulfilled?
Well, a cast is not like a glove. I appreciate like her going somewhere else, like taking it a different route, and I didn't mind it because it was so. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like that's what I really love. It looks like fashion, but it has a camp factor to it where I'm like, okay, that's a drag queen. Like people would not wear this like on the, well, I don't know. But she looks really, really good. However, that is one of the flattest wigs I've ever seen on anyone's head. And I don't ever want Luxx to wear that again. Like
she was wearing that in the workroom.
Huh?
She was wearing that in the workroom.
I know, but when it comes to the like do something else. On her Instagram, she did that look again, and it was like a different wig. It was like it had like horns. or something like in it, and it was like down. It was really cute. And I do like it. It's a two. As wrong as Lux may be sometimes, her confidence just makes it so right. Like, I'm a believer. I'm like, you know what? I turn into Ross Matthews just a little bit. Like, I don't even care, girl. Like, just do your thing. Just walk down the damn runway, serve the people, get off, and give yourself your own flowers. Lux is not the girl that's gonna wait for flowers from her competitors. Like, bitch, I'm here. You see me, I don't see you. That's it. And it looks good. I like Lux's thinking. And again, I hate to keep mentioning her age. It feels very ageist, but to just be that young and be thinking many moons ahead like that, good for her. Just different. Good. Good. Really, really good.
I loved it. It gave me like Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. It did give me Kelly Rowland, Newark Realtor. I loved the cast. All of it. Yeah, she's just like you said, so forward thinking. And I hate to compare queens, but she gives me a young Simone.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just cutting edge. It reminds me of when Simone did that pocket look. With the red hair, and she was a denim jean pocket with a big zipper. Y'all remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that.
I liked how out of the box it was because, like, I think with black people in general, you don't necessarily associate us with like skater things. Maybe if you think of like Pharrell, but that's not a popular narrative. So I like that she took that route because I love a round the way girl aesthetic, but I like showing that we're multifaceted people. So I like that she thinks outside the box in that way. I loved the whole thing. I really did. And I kind of didn't mind that her hands were out because I know a cast is not gloves, but that camp factor, I was like, you get it. I didn't even think of this, but you're making me get it. So, that's the power of looks. Derek?
Yeah, not much to say here other than I like it. It did make me think of a different, I don't know, her idea of like the glove and how she wanted to interpret the challenge or the prompt. Like, sure, that's cute. It's cute. I love the pants. I thought it was different. Of all of them, it was very different. So, not much. Those two.
Next up, we have Selena Estites, and I will start. I didn't mind this. Something about the Mr. Krabs hands and the Blossom Powerpuff Girl bodysuit with the red hair. I thought she looked cute. I liked hers over Lucy's. I won't say I liked hers over Anitra aesthetically, but it had more creative input, is what I'm saying, than those two looks. So, yeah, I didn't really mind it. And I feel like that's as positive as this is going to get in regards to everyone else after me. So,
No. I feel like I do like her hair and makeup, and that has been a thing for me with her this whole season. Like I'd have been appreciating her hair and makeup, and I think she's a good queen. I do not care for this latex suit. I don't. I really don't like this suit. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is a face or what. I do like the colors on her. I like the colors and everything. It's matching. I'm a matchy type of person. Yeah, like I think it's cute. The colors. I don't know what. It's always something too much. Just take something off. Leave something. Erase. Take some. No. Just tell your designer, no, not that. That's too much. At some point, and I think RuPaul even said it. Like the aesthetic needs a little bit more work. The gloves, sure, for the prompt, but I wasn't too mad at this. But I was a little confused of what was going on.
Lauren?
Week after week, when we discuss Selena's looks, our tone changes. I noticed that. Before we even go into her looks, our tone literally changes, right? Your voice gets a little deeper. You try to think before you open your mouth to speak because we don't want to offend her. but who cares, right? This is really bad. And once again, like, I love that Selena loves being in this competition, and to have made it to the top 6, she lip synced, including this episode, 4 times. Good for her, right? Like you're establishing some type of brand like for yourself on the show, whether it's like a lip sync assassin or like just really good at like performing and people want to see like more of you. That's great. Fashion is obviously not her thing, and it doesn't have to be in order for you to be an effective drag queen. She could be like a really good drag queen and not good at drag race. I've learned that over the years. Like some people are just not good at drag race, like, but they are really good drag queens. I'd be interested to see how Selena performs or does, or like I'd be interested to see her in person and see like if there's like a difference or if I can be a believer like there. Now in terms of this look, this was just, but to be very honest, like kind of all of these looks, I kind of just shrugged my shoulders. No one was I just like I stood up on my stool in the bar and I was just like, yeah, like you killed. I was just like, okay, like, okay. I do like the big gloves, but I don't feel like this is how you do big gloves at episode 12. And I know that they don't know when the runways are coming and everything like that. So maybe this could have been for like an earlier what am I saying? Like an earlier look or something like that was like a little bit more safe. But next to like, you know, some of these other looks and stuff like that, it's not bad. It's good for Selena, and I hate to put it like there, but come on, if we would have seen anyone else in this, it would just be like, what's happening here? Like,
I definitely grade Selena on a scale, like a curve, really, like her against her, as opposed to her against the other girls, because I know that like fashion-wise, she's probably the weakest. So I always just kind of go like, okay, is this a better week for her than her last one, which it was, in my opinion. But damn. All right, moving on. Last but not least, we have Mistress Isabel Brooks. I love this. It looks tasty. It's so vibrant. It's so drag. It's so glamour. I do wish that the puffs around her shoulders came down more because it made her look like she doesn't have a neck. But I love everything else. I think she looks amazing. Derek?
This is drag. I love this look. As soon as she hit the corner, I was like, oh, this just does drag, and I love it. Big drag. I love it. This color is beautiful. I see the gloves there, the dress, just so. This honestly could have been like finale eleganza, like extravaganza. Honestly,
which just means she's gonna go off for the finale.
Yes, hopefully. She will. I love it. It's actually a shoot for me. This is nice. It's a shoot.
What was that?
I wanted to see more glove. More glove because it was the prompt, but this shit is considering all the other looks, this was the best one on the runway. I agree. This was great. She's 24.
I forget that a lot.
She is doing drag. Give Anitra this week.
Okay. Is she still? She should be 25 now, no?
Oh, probably so, yeah.
Still.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's really
Lemon
good.
could never.
Surely can't.
Lawrence?
She's a drag queen. I mean, she's just a drag queen. She turned the corner and I was just like, okay. Like, I love a queen that has the goods to back it up. And Mistress just week after week has the goods to back it up. Like, I don't believe that I've ever seen I've booted like maybe 1 or 2 of her looks. But even those looks like weren't bad. It just wasn't like really my taste, I guess. I needed more gloves though. Like I needed like just more gloves. It would have been nice to see like what she would have done with this like a little bit more campy. So maybe like she had like those like satin gloves that like go up like like the all the women wear.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went all the way like extended to the floor, like had big dangly fingers, and then it had like dainty little like nails on the edges or something. I would have just laughed, I guess, but it is beautiful.
Hearing you say that made me think of Violet Chachki's Met Gala look.
I forgot what she wore.
Something with like a very long glove. It was like the gown was a very long glove that went down the steps.
Oh wow,
Oh.
that sounds.
I'll show that after too.
Sidebar: I'm in a very deep Violet Chachki era right now in my private life.
Are you wearing a corset?
Yes, actually, I am. I confess, I'm a little obsessed with the feminine and divine.
You stand
love her. No, I'm actually not. But she looks fucking good. That is a good queen. That is a good queen. The aesthetic.
Absolutely.
The aesthetic is good, but Violet Chachki is not a good drag queen.
Personality wise, and there's
she's not a good drag queen.
Yeah, but the looks are there. The looks are there.
Jesus. All right. Well, that brings us to
and I can relate to that.
Okay. That brings us to the end of the runway.
Eric.
Huh?
No. Here she go. Honestly, and you know what? When I saw Irene's Meet the Queen,
wow.
When I saw Irene's What You Packin', I was like, what would that have been for? Because she had it on her What You Packin', the glove. And I was like, what the fuck kind of topic? What? I remember going like, what prompt was that? Now it makes sense. Irene was coming to eat the girls up. And
she was really going to eat the girls this year.
RuPaul could not take it. It was about to be Irene's drag race. You hear me?
Irene really would have ate them girls up on this runway.
All the runways. All the runways.
She had to have every time Lawrence pulls it up. I can't. I'm a believer. I'm an alien.
She's just fabulous. She's just fucking, and she's young too, and she's from Seattle. There's something about these Seattle queens that they just know how to entertain the shit out of people, I guess. But Irene is definitely much more fashion forward than like Jinx or Ben and Bosco. Yeah, Irene is just fabulous. Well, I'm sorry, those are Irene break for the day.
Aliens or are we little nips?
I've been an alien from the beginning.
Honestly, that was my win. With these looks, call me Invader Zim. It is.
Oh,
it's really. She's chewing the girls up. So, did I even make mention of who the guest judge was? Orville Peck. Do you guys know Orville?
I have no idea who he is, but he's hot.
He had a mask on.
That shit was hot.
A kink. Okay. So,
there's no kink shaming unless you're kink shaming. Your kink is kink shaming, right?
No.
Right?
Absolutely. So, Ru asked the iconic question that he asked once a season, or that she asked once a season, asking all of the queens which queen should go home. Lucy and Anitra both threw Selena under the bus, basing their opinions on track record. Selena was not pleased to hear this.
Okay, well, I'll pick up. So the queens, it's all, how many we got? We got 6 queens left, and they all, let's see. Lucy says track record. We're going based off track record. Who should go home and why? It should be Selena. STDs. And Selena is pissed by that. Gives her the stank look. Anitra also follows suit and says that Selena.
Did y'all hear anything I just said? I was getting a phone call and I didn't see it.
No. But I picked up.
Thank you.
Derek did cover you.
Thing you, Derek. Do your thing.
They did something right. Yes.
Oh, girl, bye. So Anitra follows suit and says that if you want to go based off of statistics, and that's what this game is about, hey, it's looking like Selena should be the one who goes home. Then Dr. Reverend Lux Noir London.
Okay.
Says.
Lux is so funny.
Why? Thank you, RuPaul.
I'd like to start by saying that
Is
I'm
this thing
honored
on?
and privileged. Yeah. Mind you, she's standing there the whole time like this. Like, what is going on?
Lux Noir London goes through like a whole thesis, an act of Congress to give us like literally one answer. And if I was RuPaul, I would have been like, Lux, give us who should go home? So Lux goes down the line literally and says one good thing about everybody, and then she gets to Lucy and says that Lucy's shit. Lucy is fucking shit. And let's just be honest about it. Basically, she said that Lucy's drag is generic, which
kind of, sort of polished.
And effective.
She said effective?
No, it's polished and effective though.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it may be generic, but it gets the job done. So
it's always serviceable.
It's always serviceable. After that, Mistress, this was kind of annoying. She was like, "I'm sick of being at the Sasha Kobe meet and greet. Time for her to go. She's my biggest competition." I really thought that was shady for some reason. I don't know. I kind of thought that was shady. I wasn't really feeling that response. You guys didn't ask for my opinion. Anyway, Sasha gives a politically correct answer and says, Lucy and Lux are right behind me, and I want the competition going. And then they end with Selena, and Selena calls out Lux. Lux, Lucy, and Anitra. No, Lucy and Anitra for saying Selena, because they said that she should have been in the top the past couple of weeks. She was in the bottom. So she she tried to have like a little Georges moment. And called out the people who called her and said that Lucy is trash and she's a bitch.
Thank you for being the Frankie Grande to my Malaysia. Yeah. I mean, the girls, I didn't hold back. I wouldn't necessarily say that Sasha's was politically correct. I feel like it was a real competition answer. It's like, these are the bitches close to me. They gotta go.
Yeah.
As opposed to with Selena, it's like, I know you're sending her home, so why am I even going to do that? But yeah, and I caught the subtle shade from Mistress to Sasha because, I mean, it has been giving Sasha's Drag Race. So, there is some validity in most jokes, and that's one of them.
What's interesting is also that she said that you're sick of being at the Sasha Kobe meet and greet, but you're her biggest, she's the biggest competition. Like, my thing is, which one is it? Do you hate Sasha or do you want your competition gone? Like, what is it?
Mistress wants to win. I don't think she cares if Sasha's there or not.
Mistress kind of irritated me this episode. I'm not going to lie. But I love her. She did have the best look on the runway.
I love Mistress.
And then after that would be like Anitra, but I digress.
Oh, wow. Okay,
they specifically waited until this episode strategically to ask that question, of course, because as long as this damn season is with however many girls that it is, they could have actually asked this question twice at some point. They could have inserted this like maybe 6 episodes back, and it still would have been like, okay, we gotta get like some drama and everything like that going. The only reason why RuPaul asks this question is to incite drama. There's no other reason, as if the queens have any say at all who goes home. Although, based on this episode, it kind of looks like they knew that Selena would be in the bottom, but they didn't know who would be in the bottom with Selena because everyone had done so well. So instead of having a bottom, why not have a non-elimination episode and have a top lip sync?
No.
But I think the outfit that Lucy wore didn't lend itself to keeping her in a top spot. I think that sometimes that can help the overall decision, and her outfit was like the least.
She had the best performance.
She had the best performance. Yeah, it's true. It was like remember when Trinity did All Stars 6 and she lost the Beyonce episode to Jan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and it was like Jan's runway was better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like
I don't even think it was. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, you know.
I didn't either, but I mean, I guess.
I love both, but open for interpretation. But either way, I do think that the runways can assist the judges in making that final decision. And it was like Lucy was just wearing a leotard with like some ruffles on it, so that didn't help. But she did have the best performance alongside Mistress, so it's like.
This
So now let
bottom
me
two
ask
was
you.
weird. The bottom two and the winner of the challenge was weird. This episode, it was very weird. Like, so it was Selena's time, but Anitra should not have won. Actually, Anitra should not have won this week, and Lucy honestly should have won this week. The runway was trash, but
If we're going
it
based
could have
on
been
the
Mistress.
runway,
Actually, sorry, what'd you say?
no, sorry. If we're going based off of like what Eric is saying, that would mean that Selena and Anitra actually should have been in the bottom this week. I don't know how they got Anitra to win that challenge. I really don't. Like, I was like, I clapped because I was just like, okay, like they pretty much Shea Kool-Aid her the entire season, right? Like you didn't win anything since episode 1, kind of dragged you along despite doing, you know, like a little inconsistent, but still consistent, like all the way up until episode 13. And then you finally get like your second win, right? So I was like happy for her, but it was giving me like, we got to kind of catch up some queens to Sasha Kobe so that way it feels more like an even race before we start heading into the finale. And we really need Anitra to be there because I don't know, whatever is coming up next week is probably not going to be something that Anitra is going to win if it's like a winning thing. And if she doesn't win this week and she doesn't win next week, she cannot be a contender for the crown. Because you have like one win from episode 1, although Evie oddly had one win from episode 2 and never. But Evie was consistently high the entire season, like consistently high the entire
Willow
season.
as well, right? Willow as well.
Willow Pilla as well, both from Denver, by the way, in drag. So that's very interesting to me. But and both suffer from ailments of some sort that like affect their drag performances and stuff. I don't know. I thought that was like a lot of parallels between Willow and Evie. But nonetheless, I think that Anitra should have been in the bottom reluctantly because she was wearing a bra and panty. Like if we're talking about like what the runways like, you were wearing a bra and panty, and your performance was not nearly as strong as Lucy's. So I feel like the judges were trying to project it on the queens. Like, okay, let's see who they say. We know they hate Lucy, and we need like I guess like a good reason to send Selena home. Because really and truly, they both could have left based on that lip sync. I'm sorry, like it was just bad. I was like, meh. No one did better than the other. It was just kind of like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
We skipped and jumped to it. The winner of this challenge is Anitra. And the bottom 2 queens are Lucy and Selena, and they lip sync to Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. I enjoyed this song, but I never knew the name. Yeah, I'm with you, Lawrence. I'm with you when you're right. And that lip sync really, it hit a plateau fast, like from the minute they pressed play. So,
bored.
It started at a plateau.
And the thing is, I know Selena is a great lip syncer because we've seen it a few times. I just don't think that, I don't know if she was like defeated or if this song just didn't lend itself to her. And we know Lucy's not a strong lip syncer, so it just really wasn't.
On Selena's What You Packin', sorry guys, Selena goes home. On Selena's What You Packin' with Michelle Visage, she had actually said like, you know, it's fine that like I went home because my last couple outfits had like, they were like ill-fitted. And I'm just thinking like, have you ever seen the show? Like, why are you coming on the show with ill-fitted outfits? I just don't understand.
It may have been a rushed order and she didn't get to like give it back to her designer. Because I've heard queens in the past say that like stuff happens very last minute and then they're not able to do anything. They just kind of have to go with it.
All of your outfits are last minute? I mean,
they weren't all ill-fitted. I always refer back to the tie-dye ones. That wasn't ill-fitted.
They were all like bad. They were just bad. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
So as Lauren said in disappointment, Selena went home, and And
I was disappointed that she went home.
No, it just sounds like you're disappointed in her.
Oh no, girl, she tried her best.
She really
That's
did,
all
and
she
I'm
has.
very proud of Selena for making it all the way
she
to
tried her
episode
best.
12. And I hope that like she's able to watch herself this season, self-analyze and then come back stronger, because I think Selena is a great drag queen and she's been one of my favorites to
You
watch.
said come back?
Yeah, I think like she can get an All-Stars in the future. I would like to see how she develops as a queen, because Selena is a great performer. She's very personable. She is ambitious and she likes being in the competition. I just think she needs some refining. And then there's no reason why she shouldn't be bad. We've seen queens with less airtime make an All-Stars return. So why can't
And they shouldn't have been on All-Stars.
So I'm saying she's top 6. Why not?
I mean, I guess so.
I root for Selena. I really like her. She has spunk.
I would like to say something.
Go for it.
No, in all seriousness,
why are you not being serious before?
Right? Was that a reference that just went over our heads?
No, no, because I'm smiling and I have something to say. I want to say, for whoever's watching this, please go and follow Selena, like buy her merch, support her at DragCon. When you see her in person or perform, tip her. Honestly, because I don't know. I just have this feeling, and I see her, and I see the way she talk. I see what makes her cry when she cries. Her "What You're Packing" was a little off to me, and I wanted to acknowledge that she lost her mother this year, and I think she's having a tough time. I really do feel in my heart, and I'm usually right, that she's having a tough time. So I know that we said shit. I know, Lawrence, you said who cares earlier to like her shit. Not specifically her mother passing, but like I want to give her some grace, because she left and her mom was sick. I'm sure her emotions were all over the place, and just humanizing her for a second, like it's just, I know it had to have been a lot on her. And I just, I do think she's a really good queen. I think she's a great queen. She gave us some really good TV, and I think she should really be proud of herself. Sorry, I just wanted to take a moment to say that, because I watching her "What You're Packing," she seemed very fidgety, and she seemed very not okay, still fucked up behind what happened on Drag Race and her being in the bottom 4 times and everything. And I just feel bad for her. So
yeah, thank you for that too. Because I didn't know. I knew her mom had passed away, obviously, from last episode, but I didn't know that she left while she was sick. So that is a lot. No, there's really nothing else to add on to it. Thanks for that. Yeah. So at this point, I don't think we need to talk about a top 4, but who is the winner of the season? Lawrence.
Said it from day one, and I'll say it again. Irene, the alien, Dubois.
And someone who's still currently
Irene,
a part of production.
Irene.
Derek, who's your winner this season?
Anitra.
Oh my!
I'm gonna go with Anitra. I'm gonna go with Anitra because I've been back and forth. You guys know my top 4 has been my top 5. Roll the fucking tapes. Roll the tapes. My top 5 has been clear. It's been Lux, Mistress, Sasha, Anitra, and Lucy. I think it's going to be Anitra because Sasha already has it all. Sasha has it all in what I think. Like, she's won a lot. She's idolized by a lot of different queens out there. But I think it's either going to be Anitra or Sasha. They're setting it up for it to be Anitra. Like, Anitra, this is your time to shine.
Anitra's okay. Sasha's my winner.
Yeah. Last week, I think I said Sasha, so I'm not too far away from you, Eric. Like, I feel like it's gonna be Anitra or Sasha, but right now, today, after today's episode, I'm like, okay, Anitra.
I just want to clarify though. As much as I love Sasha, I want Mistress to win.
Yeah.
I want Mistress to win. I would love for Lux to win, but she's supposed to win in All Stars. I've already accepted it.
Yeah.
I want Mistress to win, but it's gonna be Sasha, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's very apparent, you know. So you know, it is what it is. But
I just can't. Can I just say, I just can't accept the fact that they made all these girls compete against Sasha Kobe and then make her win. How horrible! Like, are you serious? That's what deters me from saying Sasha is going to win. Like, sometimes I'm like, yeah, Sasha, but I'm like, did they really put these girls in a competition with Sasha Kobe? Like, are you serious? And then you guys are really going to give her the crown? Well deserved. But damn.
This might be like controversial,
but
I don't care.
Oh shit.
Lux is doing better than Sasha in this competition across the board. She's doing better than her. I know she is. Sasha won 2 challenges. The first challenge that she won, episode 2, she absolutely deserved to win. That shit still like takes me out every single time. Definitely deserved that. The second win that she got was for it was for the act. No. It was the design challenge look where she had
was it the House of Ross Matthews or something like that?
No, that was Lux.
Lux
won that.
Okay.
But it was whatever it was. She was wearing the gold piece that had like the skirt and like the embellishments like here.
Yeah.
I want to know what was it?
I think that was a ball.
That was the ball. She won the ball, which was like okay.
That was up for debate.
It was up for debate. And then the last win that she had after that, she didn't deserve to win. So based on
Ripper the Shreds?
No. The last win that she had was 2
the
weeks
interview.
ago.
The interview.
Oh, the interview.
Oh, and Beyonce.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
She didn't deserve to win. In my humble opinion, I love Sasha Kobe.
I do too.
So based on that alone, to me, no. Versus Lux, who absolutely deserved to win both of her, like undebatably deserved to win both of her wins. She's placed high every single week, almost every single week, but she's never placed below safe, whereas Sasha has placed below safe. Lux is doing a better job in terms of performance and statistics than Sasha actually is. So it's interesting to me how like a lot of times like the fan base like turns on certain queens for getting like questionable wins. They turn on like the queen, but they haven't turned on Sasha. And Sasha has questionable wins. And I don't know if that's just to highlight like her legacy or something, but we already know who she is. You don't have to like actually highlight that with wins that are undeserved versus queens that are putting in backbreaking work and not seeing like the fruits of their labor. It's like, why have them hide in the shadows of someone that's been doing it for 20 years when they've been doing it for a couple of years and actually doing better than her according to you judges, really, you know?
I also think it's the likability of Sasha. Maybe if she was a bitch, it'd be easier, but like she really doesn't give you any ammunition to dislike her. So I think everyone at this point knows that production, it's very much blame it on the edit. So it's like, well, it's not really something I could take up with you, Sasha. I'm pretty sure you were like, I didn't think I was going to win this, but you won it. So, you know, I think knowing where to direct that anger.
Because now, like, I get afraid, like going into the finale that Lux, and I don't think that Lucy's going to maybe make it into the finale. I mean, I don't know, maybe. They both have 2 wins, but one of their wins is a shared win. And especially being like a black queen, people will literally go right there. Like, well, one of yours was a shared win, and technically Lucy did better than you, as opposed to it being like an individual standalone win, despite it being like a duo. So they both actually should have won, regardless. But I feel like they'll just try and use that as like an Achilles heel to like say that Lux like well, you only did this, you only did that. But these are the same people that defended Willow Pill's win, and she only won one challenge.
And I will hear no conversation. I don't know how you said that's fine. I will hear nothing about. Lux has performed way better than Lucy all season long. I will not hear otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Will not hear otherwise.
And to the point about Lux doing pretty much better, if you think about it, she kind of has set the record for not.
She did.
She
falling below safe. She broke Bianca's record.
Yeah, Bianca's record, right? Like, because Bianca never placed below safe in a track record of 10 episodes, and Lux 11, right? So she is doing pretty stellar in this competition.
And I love that for Lux.
She is.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I love Lux.
I just hate when they get to the finale and they spin that wheel, and it's not her, and then they get she get diabetes and Angeria and Bosco the fuck out. Like, sorry. Yeah, thanks for coming. This is Lady Camden and Willow Pill's show. No, and by the way, I think we have 2 more episodes before the reunion and the finale, because next episode is a makeover challenge, and they don't say anything about the music video, which usually happens, right? They usually do like a music video.
Yeah. So
13 was like Lucky. Last season was Catwalk.
I hope it's Star Baby.
Yes.
They really wasted that song.
Yeah.
Wasted it. But that's fine. No, it's not. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of our RuPaul's Drag Race review. Catch us next week for episode 13. And thank you, Derek and Lawrence, for being amazing as always.
Wait, Derek, I thought you had some game.
Oh, right.
We're not doing the game?
If we have time.
I mean, I just got to find paper.
Okay, exception for you, Eric.
Is it something that could be done like typed out, or?
It might take you a little bit longer, but yeah. All right, you guys. So you guys have been in my comments, in my DMs, like on my
Patreon. Who's been in your comments and pull it up on your phone now?
You guys have been asking me, what is this game that you promised us a couple of episodes of our review show? I get it. I hear you. And it's here. It's finally here. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a game that tests both Eric and Lawrence's Drag Race knowledge.
Gosh.
I'm going to win.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm already there.
Lawrence,
right?
I'm going to win.
And it won't require much, too much, but we'll make it quick. So what we're going to do is I've already told them ahead of time, but it's okay. You guys don't have it ready. Have a paper and a pen and just give me 2 minutes of your time.
Can I actually get a paper and a pen?
Yeah, go ahead and get a paper and a pen.
Okay.
And don't cut your camera off so we can see what you're wearing.
Oh, can you stand up for us?
I actually will. I'm wearing shorts. Yeah.
Ew. Hold on.
Eric, if you don't have paper and pen, I actually did this activity without a paper and a pen, so I can give you an alternative if you absolutely need it.
You're okay.
Hold on, give me a minute. Do I have to?
So you guys, first of all, I gave them some time to think about this. And
I have a pen.
I'm gonna write it in my bartending book. I don't have any.
You're a bartender?
Yeah.
I'm a certified mixologist, sweetie.
Period. I know I had a pen.
And I have the receipts to prove it. I literally have a full bar in my room.
I just wouldn't expect you to be somebody that, wow, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We actually get a tour of, can we get a tour of your room? Wow.
He does his baby.
I did.
Wow, Lord, this is Interesting. Usually you're like an annoying bitch. I don't know how else to say it.
Unbelievable.
So it's nice to see we got a little spin cam of your room, and you actually do something else with your life.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is, I want you guys to, you got your paper and a pen. On that paper, vertically going down, A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way till you get to Z. And just let me know when you guys are done.
Oh my God. I need a desk. This is wild.
It's okay, baby steps.
Done. I beat him.
Let's see what kind of game this is going to be.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, for this game, you guys are going to have, I know I said 60 seconds in the chat earlier, but I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes total to go down the line. And what you guys are going to do is you guys are going to list out in every letter drag race queen names. UK, US, and Canada only. I don't know the other one, so I won't have time to test.
That's not fair.
Yeah, because I only watch US and Canada season 2.
I watch all of them.
Yeah, he's about to chew me up.
It's okay. You never know.
I'm a competitor. I'm down.
Yes. You never know. So, I'm going to start the 2 minutes.
Are we only writing one per letter, or multiple queens per letter?
One per letter. One per letter. And the thing is, you guys cannot get the same one. If you guys do, if one person gets it, then you if you guys match like different, like don't match or have 2 different names, then you guys both get a point. But if you guys put the same person for the same letter, neither of you get the point. Does that make sense? And obviously, if you skip it, you can skip whatever letters. If you skip the letter, then you don't obviously get the point. But if the other person didn't skip the letter, you never get the point. Yeah. And a couple other rules. For example, if it's Mrs. Kasha Davis, it will be a K. Does that make sense? I'm not counting the misses.
Yeah.
And then the and A does not count. Okay, so like the Vixen.
Just start the timer.
Okay, I'm just letting you know, just so we don't count. We don't do that. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Ready, set, and go. Looks like Aaron might be in the lead here. Lawrence is struggling. Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, you're so stupid.
I'm distracted by my beauty.
You're so annoying.
I just get to lay back and watch these two.
Oh fuck, that's not even that letter.
Lay back and watch these 2 beautiful men work. That's how I like to spend my Saturdays, actually.
You're so stupid. Oh my god. This is terrible.
You guys got this. You got this. You can do it. Suck it in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is hard.
Yeah,
really hard. Good game, Derek.
All right, just letting you guys know we have 45 seconds left.
This is terrible.
UK, US, and Canada only. Actually, scratch that. We're only just doing US. So go back and scrap anybody from the UK. I'm joking. And Rupaul does not count. RuPaul does not count. You better put some motherfucking glitter on that R. Who else starts with an R? I have no idea. Robbie Turner. There you go. There's one person. All right. You guys have 5 seconds. I'm kidding. You guys have 10 seconds now. All right. We're close. We're close. Fuck. All right.
I'm cooked.
2 and 1. Pins down. Pins down. Pins down. No, let me see your fucking hands, Lawrence, because I don't trust you. All right, cool. All right. Let's go down the list. Actually, while I was doing all that shit talking, I should have made a scoreboard. Shit. Let me get a pen and paper.
So, okay. Lawrence is about to chew me up.
Actually, I don't think so. I'm surprised. I blinked out. Oh man, there's so many that I'm remembering now.
Okay.
Fuck. That's fine.
I put my head down.
It's fine. It is so high.
Okay. Oh shit. Down. All right. So I got Eric and Lawrence. I almost want you guys to say it at the same time, so you guys won't try to change every answer. All right, who you got for A? 1, 2, 3.
Aquaria.
Alaska.
Okay. I knew he was gonna say Alaska. That's why I didn't.
Okay.
That's actually not who I was gonna say, but then I was like, why not? I love her.
I know.
Who you guys got for B? 1, 2, 3.
Black Pepper.
Okay. Y'all doing good. Look at y'all. All right, C. 1, 2, 3.
Chi-Chi DeVane.
Courtney Act.
D. 1, 2, 3.
Darien Lake.
Oh, I didn't get anybody.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Okay. E. 1, 2, 3.
Eureka.
Oh wow. Okay.
Fuck right, Eureka. Shit.
Okay. F. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get any Fs.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Can you guys think of one now?
No.
Honestly, no, huh? Damn.
F?
No, there has to be. I'm stuck. I'm shocked. I will be shocked. No. Huh. Oh, I did the game too, and I didn't have F either. Okay. G. 1, 2, 3.
Ginny Lemon.
Who the fuck is that?
I think she's from
UK.
Yeah.
She's the one that walked out in the middle of the lip sync and left the girl dancing on stage by herself.
Iconic.
I don't want to do it. I can't. I just don't want to be here. I've had enough. Do you know that there's job interviews? Okay, so H. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get any H's.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What? Let me see my result. Oh, I didn't have an H either. I. 1, 2, 3.
Isis Couture.
I didn't get one, but that's a good one.
J. 1, 2, 3.
Georgia.
June Jambalaya.
Come on, June.
Okay. Who smells really good at Drag Con? Drag Con, she smells really good.
She looks like she smells good.
I put jam when I did this game. K. 1, 2, 3.
Kylie Sonique Love.
Okay. Both of you. I put Candy Muse. L. 1, 2, 3.
Lady
Lemon.
Camden.
Lawrence thought of that on the spot just now.
No, I didn't. I put Lemon. I put Ginny Lemon for G. And I said, oh, well, Lemon is a drag queen too.
And she is.
Okay, yeah. M. 1, 2, 3.
Morgan McMichaels.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's good. Hopefully you guys get that. You guys have not gotten the same one so far. This is crazy.
Okay.
Okay, N. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get anybody.
I don't have any for the next 4.
Okay, I didn't have an N either. I put Mo Hart for the M, but N, I didn't have one.
You didn't put Monet Exchange for M? Surprise, surprise.
I know, right? So neither of you have N, right?
No.
So what about O? 1,
Nope.
2, 3.
Orion Story.
I put Orion Story too.
Good shit.
Okay, P.
What's her name? Priyanka.
Okay.
Q. 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
R. 1, 2, 3.
Raja.
O'Hara.
My fucking ass put Robbie Turner.
I mean, hey.
It's
So
a liar.
in parentheses, put Uber.
Yeah. Oh.
That can go for you.
So, S. 1, 2, 3.
Silky.
Scarlet
No,
Envy.
that's Selena. Wow.
I love Scarlet Envy.
T. 1, 2, 3.
Tyra Sanchez.
Come on, two black queens.
Yes.
U. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get anybody.
Actually, I'm done. Bye.
I put U.
Are you done? Really?
I don't have any more.
I didn't get one for V either.
Wait, what?
Vinegar Stroke.
What did you put for you, Lawrence?
I didn't put anything for you.
Oh, you didn't put anything for you. Damn. Okay, you're done, Lauren. You're done, Eric, right? Damn. And okay, humor me. Lawrence V.
I just thought of Vinegar Strokes, but you said that it can be somebody from any other season. Like it can't be like Australia or anything, right? Down under.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar. W.
Willow Pill.
Yes. X.
Wait, so for X is also like from Philippines, so I'm sure you don't care.
God. Okay, yeah.
Silhouette.
Y.
Evie Oddly.
Why did I think of why was my answer? Hey, Chapalante.
Jada Sophia. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, and then your Z.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, well. $17, Lawrence. 11, Eric. You were right behind. You listen. Both of you guys did really great. Both of you guys probably did really much better than me. So that was good.
How many did you get?
When I did it, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I had 16.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Can you just like make it like declare the winner just so that way we're clear about who it is, please?
For all intent and validation purposes, the winner is Lawrence.
And I did say that I would win.
I did too, actually. Maybe I spoke down on it, but
thank you both for making time for that game.
Is there a reason? Like, are you like a xenophobe? Is there a reason why you only wanted it from those 3 franchisees?
No, it was because those are the only queens that I'm familiar with. So I thought it would take maybe more time if I had to like check your answers.
I don't think that your Dalmatians would.
If I would have had to check my answers because I know you're a liar.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm Lucy now. Everyone that starts with the letter L is a liar.
This is
But you I guess you have proof that you are a mix whore. What was it?
This is a family-friendly channel.
While we're talking about L, I definitely put Willow under L for Luther Vandross.
Yes. Never too much. I will never.
Well, Luther Vandross was a drag.
Okay.
Right, now, let me stop.
Wait.
Nothing.
Don't I look like a Denzel poster?
Okay. Love Luther.
Let me drink some water. What is it, Smiley? I'm not giving you another cigarette. So grow up. Grow up. And
No, we're not
ask
going to make this
production.
about you.
I'm not going to support your habits. But didn't I give you a smoke? Yeah, and I paid you back. Now grow up and go.
She had on the
did.
world's shortest short. Like, New York looked like a prostitute.
She really did.
She always looked like a prostitute. I'm like, why do you look like that?
It was the time.
I guess. Her eyes were just so like. Remember when she walked out of that thing after the lady asked her to put her teeth back in, and Flame said, "New York, get back in there." She was like, "All right, I'm going." The camera.
She was